teacher does. Although there are many occasions we will work with students in our lesson as one group, there are others when we may want to put them in different smaller groups depending on their different abilities. But whether we are working with the whole class, with small group, or with individual, we will treat different students differently. Responding to students. During lesson, we frequently have to respond to our student tutor. In such circumstances, we always try to tailor our response to the particular individual we are dealing with. Some students are more sensitive than others, and so we will give feedback or correct them with more care than their more robust colleagues. Some students needs to see things in order to be able to respond to them, whereas others respond better by having things explained to them orally. When we are working with individuals in mixed ability classes, we might want to think more carefully about the question we ask and the how we ask for a respondent, and before nominating a particular student. It makes sense to wait for a bit so that everyone has a chance to think about what they might say. We will try not to nominate the same student all the time, and we will tailor what we say to those we choose. When the students are working in pairs or groups and we monitoring their progress, we will rate to them depending on how well they are getting on. We might have to correct some languages or help them organize information illogical, for example. If they are working on a request on the internet, being inclusive. A big challenge for students in mixed ability classes is that some of the men get left behind or may become dissatisfied with what is happening if we spend a lot of time with the higher level students in a class. The students who are less linguistically able might feel that they are being ignored and might become demotivated as a result. If, on the other hand, we spend all our time with the students who we think needs our help more than others, the high-level student might feel neglected and unchallenged. Such students can quickly lose interest in class develop and attitude which make it difficult to work with. The skill of a mixed ability teacher is to draw all of the students into the lesson. One teacher will want to start by working at levels that all students are comfortable with. Interest is aroused in so that they are understand the goal they are aiming for. Once the students are involved with the topic, thus the teacher may allow for differentiation in any of the ways we have discussion above. But the teacher initial task to include and engage everyone because students who feel they are included will soon start behave as if they are excluded. One way of trying to ensure inclusion when the students are working in mixed ability groups is to ask the student to assign number to each person in the group, without telling the teacher who is which number. At the end of the activity, the teacher chooses a group what happened in the group. Because none of the students knows who will be chosen, it will prepare in this way. More able students almost have an obligation to help their lower level colleagues. Olin calls Celia Parrott and Stephen Smith emphasize the benefit rather than drawbacks of disability teaching. Once a week, they taught students in different levels together in the same class. They did this on purpose and found that most of the students saw the advantage in it. The higher level students found themselves repeating language they knew and continued again on equality.